The activity in front of the Brooklyn Museum, not too far from our setting today here at the Barclays Center. Welcome and good evening. We welcome you. Hey, Dave.
Kevin, thanks very much. We have all heard the rumors regarding Kyrie Irving's moodiness. His teammate Kevin Durant said, Kyrie is an artist. He has his way of doing things, and I support him 100%. Irving said, human beings have mood swings. I don't have to be perfect. My teammates know who I am, and I'm proud of who I am. Kevin?
All right, David, thank you. And here's what the schedule for the Lakers looks like. On Wednesday, they'll face off against Ben Simmons and the Philadelphia 76ers. And then on Saturday, they'll face off against Paul George and the Los Angeles Clippers. Here are the starters for Los Angeles. LeBron and Davis, the incredible forward pair. Dennis Schroeder is out there with Caldwell Pope, and it's Gasol at the 5 spot. And looking at the Nets, Harden out there with Kyrie Irving. Then it's Joe Harris. Then it's Jordan, and it's Durant in at the 4. Greg, we're still involved in the conference system. Does it hold relevance as we're looking here at the standings midseason?
You know, for travel distance, yes, and there's also some tradition at stake. I mean, look, that said, in a perfect world, you'd like to see the best 16 teams make the playoffs each year, but we've had, you know, imbalance in conferences forever, so that's not going to change, but sometimes change is just necessary.
How about quickly for the playoffs? Would you like to reseed and take the top 16s, 1 through 16?
I would. I think that'd be a great idea.
And the shot goes in.
And no hesitation attacking the defense. Body to body, Durant with an impressive finish.
James outside. And James throws it down.
And once he gets clear off the screen, there is no stopping him.
No, not when there's a flush waiting to happen.
That's a big-time move and a big-time finish.
Irving, it's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
Sometimes I think Kyrie likes to get contact, probably because he can still finish through it.
Schroeder against Irving. The turnaround. And it's Schroeder missing.
High percentage look for him. Intelligent, outstanding read.
And for everything that Anthony Davis does on the floor, you can't forget about his defense. Still an elite-level defender, guards multiple positions, and turns away a number of shots.
Now here's LeBron. Harden missing his last shot. And here's the fast break. Durant leading the way. Irving with a clean look. Scored the basket, his second of 2 attempts.
This is what makes Kyrie so dangerous. He is so proficient from distance.
And Davis gets a lot of blocks without getting in foul trouble. About a 1-to-1 ratio for him in his career.
Incredible. And he's done a great job of learning how to go straight up, playing vertical. Gets blocks, but doesn't get pulled out of position. Does everything you want from a defensive anchor.
Here is Harden following the basket by LeBron James. Here's KD. He clangs that one off the back iron, and down it falls. KD's got his second bucket. James outside. Over Harris. James, no good. Brooklyn leading by 3. And here we go. Brooklyn fast break. And that one's good. Durant.
How do you stop that? You have to play KD for the drive, but then he just rises up like that, and there's nothing you can do to stop it.
LeBron with it. He's picked up by Jordan. The shot missing. And it's the Nets taking it the other way. They're coming off that win against Philadelphia.
Yeah, I think they prepared to face more defensive pressure, and that one didn't happen, and boy, they just rolled.
They came in focused and ready to play, and despite facing little resistance, they never pulled back.
Pass to Durant. And finished off by KD.
Well, the thing about Kyrie, he draws so much defensive attention. Someone's often left open.
Schroeder outside. Harden against Caldwell Pope. Back to Schroeder. Trying to get open is Davis, and that's collected by DeAndre Jordan. And KD's got the ball here for the Nets. It's a 5-point game. Took him no time at all on that one.
This is as good as it gets for a first quarter in terms of shooting the basketball.
Lakers have gone 50% from the field to this point, 4 of 8. Caldwell Pope passes to LeBron. Fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points, so 1 free throw coming up.
The defender gets caught in a bad position. LeBron powerful enough to convert through contact. Let's see what he does at the line.
You know, even though LeBron doesn't go 100% every minute of every game in the season, he still knows when to turn it on.
And for someone at his age, that is something you have to know how to do. You can see when LeBron kicks it into that next gear. Can't keep it on all the time, but he's still able to take over when he needs to.
And that one misses. A new generation of players, Greg, coming into the NBA alongside your son Cole. We've got a lot of players who I think are going to have a long-term impact on this game.
Right, there's no doubt about it. Listen, I hope Cole can have the kind of impact that some of these guys are, but look at the Grizzlies. I think they got 2 terrific ones. Ja Morant has superstar written all over him. Brandon Clark probably surprised some people with his ability to have an impact, and if you look at this past draft, Obi Toppin is one to watch. This is a guy with great size and length who was a perimeter player until he had a growth spurt. So those are the types of players that I think when you combine athleticism and skill with the way the court is spaced, man, can have a tremendous impact in this game.
Here's Schroeder following the basket by DeAndre Jordan. It's good. He scores. That's his first basket after missing his first 2 attempts. Now 1 for 3.
Tremendous work inside by Dennis, using every inch of his frame to finish.
Timeout. And the first timeout called of the game for Brooklyn. And this is the first season matchup for them against the Lakers team.
A matchup that only happens twice a year. These interconference battles can be a lot of fun.
The balance between East and West after years of being dominated by the West is starting to even out some.
Los Angeles making a switch here. Harrell's checked in. Now Irving, 8 points for him. Passes to KD. Kicks to Harden. 4 on the shot clock. He can't get that one. Great D that time from Harrell. It's good from Schroeder on the assist by Caldwell Pope. Schroeder's got his second bucket tonight.
A blur in the open court. Schroeder covers ground in a hurry.
Here's Durant, and the call on the shot that sends him to the line. That one on Davis.
And Kevin Durant, one of the greatest scorers to ever play. Not the most prolific scorer, but perhaps the most talented. He's dangerous from any part of the floor.
That's good from Durant. Greg, as scores go, Kevin Durant's as efficient as any.
I mean, Durant has an insane field goal percentage for the shots that he takes. I mean, when you factor in how many threes he puts up, it gets even more impressive. Durant takes so many shots where he's covered and is still efficient. It's just mind-blowing.
Now here's James. And he just worked New York in that last game. Harrell, that's good.
That's the 10th straight point they've given up in the paint.
Nets leading by 7. 1:30 left in the first quarter of the game. Jordan against Harrell. Jordan dishes to Harden. And again, no good by Brooklyn. Lakers have gotten 8 of their 13 shots to find the bottom of the bucket. And Caldwell Pope gets the basket.
Well, AD attracts so much attention. He's learned to stay patient and just locate the open man.
Durant, and Davis sends it back. Here's LeBron, and contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. Steve, one thing I always think of when I watch LeBron, how much fun it must be to be a teammate of his.
You know, Kevin, I wish I could have played with a guy like LeBron James. You get so many open looks and easy finishes with him on the court. One of the easiest superstars to play with.
Luwawu Cabarrot comes in for Harris. And Dinwiddie subbed in for James Harden. Now here's Irving. 8 points for him. He's looking for Jordan and finds him. Throws down the alley-oop slam.
Put it up anywhere. DeAndre Jordan can go get it.
Schroeder outside. Back to James. And the dunk by James.
I'll tell you what, I'm not sure these guys can keep this up.
Yeah, both teams in the zone early. Stops have been almost impossible to come by.
Now here's Irving. 9-point game his last outing, and the bucket is good. 3-point play chance here for him. That sends Kyrie Irving to the free throw line. It's on Dennis Schroeder. Brooklyn shooting their 3rd free throw attempt of the game.
You know, when you talk to Kyrie, smart guy, cerebral guy, thinks about the game at the highest level.
Lakers trailed by 5. 5 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. It's Davis with the drive. His second shot goes in, off to a good start, 2 for 2.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash mouth physical basketball, guys.
Schroeder against Irving. For 3. Doesn't go for him. And a high-scoring first quarter. Both teams really filling it up. Brooklyn ahead, up by 3. Live from Brooklyn, New York. And earlier we got a few words from Marc Gasol regarding his former teammate in Toronto, Kawhi Leonard.
The way he plays defensively, you know what he stands for.
And of course, Gasol and Leonard won the championship together in 2019, largely, Greg, because of their ability to play defense and get stops.
And 2 former defensive players of the year on the same team, that's going to be your foundation. But both guys were tremendous at the other end as well, albeit in different ways.
And getting going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. And from Brooklyn guys, what jumps out to you stat-wise?
I know it's early, but all those 3-pointers, boy, do they add up.
And that's their strategy. Try to overwhelm you. Try to put you in a hole you have to dig yourself out of.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade as the second quarter gets going. Taking a look at Los Angeles. LeBron and Kuzma make up the forwards. Then there's Dennis Schroeder. Then it's Montrezl Harrell. And it's Caruso in at the point.
Crazy to think about how many seasons LeBron's played and how many nights we've seen him do this.
Down low. And then Durant with the dunk.
And some hang time on the rim. Puts a little cherry on the top of that slam.
Well, those kind of displays of strength can get one team rolling. Schroeder against Irving. Count that one. Schroeder's got 6 points.
Deadly with the teardrop. Schroeder gets great lift and uses his touch to guide it in.
Okay, well, let's go down to David Aldridge for a report from the sideline.
Well, guys, we all know that there are some people who dislike James Harden's style of play. They're bored watching him shoot free throws. He said, "I see how teams guard me and find ways to exploit it. I just outthink the game, and I'm faulted for it." Kevin, that may be, but it's hard to argue with the results. Back to you.
You're right, one of the top scorers in league history, David. Thanks for that report. Here's Harrell. He's off on that one. And it's the Nets taking it the other way. They've led by as many as 11 points. Luwawu Cabarrot kicks to Irving. Outside, KD. Oh, good with the triple. Lakers trail by 3. LeBron passes to Caruso. James dishes to Harrell. Back to James. Over Durant. Goes back up. That shot off. Dinwiddie with some nice D. And on the way from Irving for three. This is the mark. His third miss of the game. 4 for 7 now. Schroeder against Irving. Here's Harrell. And Harrell slams it in.
Incredible activity from Montrezl Harrell. So many of his points is off the offensive glass.
And here is Irving. 11 points in the game. Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a three-point play chance for him.
I love his shot selection today. He set the bar for the rest of the team.
Gerald Green, he's checked in for Brooklyn. The Nets have yet to miss from the free throw line. They're 3 for 3.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line.
We know how important the draft is, Greg. It can shape an organization. Talk about some of the best draft day deals of the last couple decades. There have been a lot of them.
Oh, there have been a few. I mean, just coming to mind here recently. How about when Kawhi was traded to the Spurs? That was a huge get. Go back
George
to how
Hill.
about Kobe going to the Lakers? McHale.
And he continues to stay aggressive.
Here's Caruso. No points in the game yet for him. Here's Harrell. Great tee that time from Green. And so it's Irving. He brings it up for Brooklyn. They lead by 4. And Green slams it in.
And Green getting off the floor there for the dunk. Really like watching him sky up for those.
Here's Horton Tucker. There's the pass to Harrell. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. It's on Kevin Durant.
And the energy of a guy like Montrezl Harrell can rub off on the entire team.
Yes, it can. GA, he plays with a high motor, generates steals, blocks, and deflections. He's active all over the court, and now we're seeing it on the offensive end as well.
That's good from Harrell.
Well, you know, teams look for +6s, players whose wingspans exceed their height by a half foot. Montrezl Harrell is a 6'7" player with a 7'4" wingspan. If you're struggling with the math, ladies and gentlemen, that's a +9.
Morris against Durant. Outside Irving. Shot clock at 6. And it's in after a nice bounce off the right side. Irving's got 13. And between his length and his athleticism, Montrezl Harrell well suited for that role of small ball center, Greg, in today's NBA.
Yeah, I mean, he's fearless. Even giving up a few pounds, a few inches, he'll go right at you and making steady improvements as a rebounder year over year.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
To the middle, here's Durant, and then Durant with the dunk.
Former NBA scoring champion KD likes the looks he's seeing tonight, applying constant pressure on the offensive end.
Kuzma outside. Here's Horton Tucker. Dinwiddie covering. Horton Tucker, the pass to Morris. Over Green. Morris, no good.
He looked just a little out of rhythm. He's still trying to establish consistency from there.
From deep, Green. Rebounded by the Lakers. They are coming into this having notched a win against the Knicks in their last game.
Yeah, proficiency from range, away from home, much easier said than done. They played a terrific ball game.
Yeah, and you could see the crowd's reaction with every make. It wasn't pretty.
Kuzma. Durant with some nice D. Brooklyn leading by 6. It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. Green with the ball. Now guarded by Harrell. That's out of bounds. Brooklyn will retain possession. The Nets making a switch here. Jordan's checked in. The Lakers also making some changes. Anthony Davis comes in for Harrell, and it's Caldwell Pope in for Kyle Kuzma. Defense doesn't get much better than the mobile one block we just saw on replay.
And that's what a team needs when they're trailing. Energy on D.
Green in the post. Count it. Good.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
1:05 left here in the second. Inside, here's Dinwiddie. Yes, and it's Irving picking up the assist. Irving's got his 7th assist of the game with that last one. Lakers trail by 10. Here's Caruso. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
When trying to guard AD, I'll tell you, the combination of size and quickness is brutal. Hard not to foul him.
It's his first trip to the line.
And that 82% free throw percentage this season must have him feeling pretty good about himself at the line.
Joe Harris is checked in for Green. And both free throws good for Davis.
And getting to the line and hitting your free throws, a good way to get back into the game. It stops the clock and extends the game and allows you the opportunity to set your defense. They've been perfect from the line so far here in the second quarter.
Durant for 3. That shot is off. Great D that time from Davis. Here's Caruso. He averages a bit over 6 points a game.
You want your bigs playing big. Rips it down in traffic.
Dinwiddie finds Harris. Outside Irving. There's the triple. That shot misses. And we finished one half of basketball. Nets lead by 8. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David. Thanks for the great interview, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of basketball.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. Welcome to a tremendous start for Kevin Durant. He had 18 points. Well, we know he's a magician on the court. And that does it for our halftime.
And for those of you just tuning in, thanks for being with us. The second half of this game still to play. What a game we're seeing from Kevin Durant.
Well, we'll find out if they were able to find an answer for him over the break. He was scoring with ease in that first half.
I think both sides probably adjusted a few things. The key for him is to bring the same level of energy over these last 2 quarters.
Kyrie Irving is out there with Harden. And it's Durant. Then it's Joe Harris. And it's Jordan in at the 5, roaming the paint. So that's the lineup for Brooklyn. Irving against Schroeder. Irving kicks to KD. And Durant gets double teamed. And Harris wide open. He shoots, drills the three-pointer. Harris has got the lead up to 11 now for the Nets.
Knows where everybody is. If there's an open man, Durant's going to find him.
Harris against James. Score that one for him. His 8th field goal. 8 for 11 on a very accurate night.
Playing from behind right here. Not easy, but he is answering the bell.
The reason why is not just scoring. It's the way he's doing it. Efficient. That's what you need at this point in the game.
And so it's Schroeder with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Lakers. James outside. Back to Schroeder. Here's the teardrop. And he sinks the layup. Schroeder's got 8 points.
Hard enough to stay attached to Schroeder one-on-one. Coming off screens, forget about it.
Jordan dishes to Harden. Lobs it up for Jordan, and the dunk by Jordan.
Oh, phenomenal alley-oop slam there.
They are taking advantage of a team that looks lost out there.
And the league's preeminent practitioner of the step-back three, James Harden, is as good as it gets. And, you know, like the skyhook, an unguardable shot, and paired with his dribble drive, a two-move torture chamber.
Outside for Caldwell Pope. Pass to LeBron. Over Irving. Nice spin off the left rim and in. James has got 20 points.
Yeah, he's in such a great rhythm right now. Makes sense to get him the ball any way you can.
Let him decide whether to shoot it, whether to pass it. He's your catalyst right now.
And thanks to that step back, Harden already the all-time leader in unassisted three-point shots.
And not to mention four-point plays. And up until recently, teams built elaborate offenses to create their three-point looks. Harden the first to do it one-on-one with volume and efficiency.
Schroeder passes to James. To the inside. He kicks it to Gasol. Back to LeBron. Just 5 on the clock. And they double up James. He gets that one.
I tell you, LeBron with the ball inside feels like a foregone conclusion.
Harden outside. Over Caldwell Pope. Again, the miss by Harden.
Well, so far, his cold night from the field has not affected their ability to maintain this lead.
And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. It's going to be on Kyrie Irving.
With that size and that speed, it's hard not to foul LeBron. That's the only way to slow him down.
And he makes the first. Greg, you were drafted 12th overall by the New York Knicks and then 2nd overall by the Grizzlies in the expansion draft. So you've had a very unique view of being in that position in 2 different settings.
Yeah, I mean, 2 very different cities, but really each beautiful in its own way. The New York draft, obviously coming out of college, that was like a dream come true to go and play for Pat Riley and then get the opportunity to go and be a part of a brand new team in a new country, if you will, was also a really cool experience as well.
I hope we can take a petition started by you and me to get the NBA back in Vancouver. I miss
and
going
Seattle,
to
right? Let's get back in both
Seattle.
those cities.
Exactly. And it's Schroeder missing. Brooklyn leading by 7. Oh, and here we go. Green's got it. The fast break chance. Great open look there. Harden's got 5.
Talented, driven. He puts constant pressure on your defense.
James outside. And they double up LeBron. Back to Caldwell Pope. And down it. James looking it over. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. Jeff Green picks one up.
And once LeBron gets the ball in the painted area, the force he plays with, it's hard not to foul him.
The Lakers have shot the ball well from the free throw line, 8 of 9.
And 74% has been the mark for them on the
assist on the night. Now here's Schroeder. 8 points for him. Here's Harrell. They grab their own miss. Davis. And there's the bucket. Staying with it on the offensive glass, getting it done.
They're scoring boatloads of buckets. It's raining buckets from inside.
Timeout called, the Nets. In addition to going over the game plan and making whatever necessary adjustments have to be made, Greg, this timeout also the time for players to get rehydrated or hydrate for the first time with some Gatorade. Plenty of basketball still to be played here, and they have to get recharged.
That's a great point. Without proper hydration, a player can completely run out of gas down the stretch of a game. And that's something that none of these guys can afford to have happen. If you're going to battle all the way to the finish, you have got to be hydrated.
Passes it to Harden. And the jam by Harden.
And once Harden has momentum behind him, watch out. I love seeing the beard flush it down there with some power.
LeBron dishes to Harrell. Back to LeBron. We've got 1:55 left in the third. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Really, the right play defensively. If you can't block, force him to the line.
This will be his 5th trip to the free throw line.
And how about the job he's done at the free throw line?
Second free throw, no good. It's stolen by Davis. Yes, that goes in. Davis has got 10 points.
What a polished move by one of the best bigs in the game. Anthony Davis is just showing off.
Harris passes to Dinwiddie. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. Here's Green. And he overshot that one, missing.
You know what? Just a little fancy on that possession there. Just go up in rhythm.
Here's Schroeder. Good for another field goal. Number 5 on the night. 5 for 10 shooting.
When you combine his quickness and his ball handling, Dennis is very elusive.
Schroeder against Dinwiddie. The 3 from Harden. Rebound by Harrell. Harrell's got his 5th rebound.
Talk about making halftime adjustments. You love what they're doing with him now offensively.
4 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Here's LeBron. Whoa, hammering it in.
And this is how you fire up your teammates. LeBron with a 10 on that one.
Harden against LeBron. Harden with it. He's got 12. Jacks up a 3. No good on the last second attempt there. And we've reached the end of the third quarter. Just a terrific game so far. It's the Nets up 3. And after a quick break, we're going to come right back with the start of the fourth quarter. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
This is why you preach teamwork. Some of the most spectacular plays are the ones where guys are feeding off one another.
We've reached the fourth quarter, and what has been a very competitive game should be an exciting finish. So for the Lakers right now, Anthony Davis is out there with Montrezl Harrell. Then there's Kyle Kuzma. Then it's Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. And it's Caruso in at the 1 spot. And it's the Lakers on the break. Pass to Kuzma. To the paint. And that one's good. Caruso. Caruso's got the first basket as we get going in the fourth for the Lakers. And it's Dinwiddie with the ball, bringing it up now for the Nets. Pass to Harden. Durant trying to break free. And Harden gets it to go in on the assist by Dinwiddie. Dinwiddie's got his 5th assist in this one. Outside, Davis. And they double up Davis. Here's Kuzma. Can't tie it up as that one's no good. Nets leading by 3. For 3, Harris. Kuzma pulls it in. Passes it to Caldwell-Pope. Here's Davis. Kicks it to Harrell. The pass to Caruso. And Jordan sends it back.
Can't be careless with DeAndre is around. He slaps shots back with some real authority.
Let's take another look at the staunch defense during that mobile 1 block.
Every basket's a big one in a tight game, and he is not about to give up an easy look.
Marc Gasol's checked in for Montrezl Harrell. First minute and a half of basketball played here in the fourth quarter. It's Kuzma penetrating. Good on the bucket.
The stride gets Kuzma to the basket in a flash. No time for the defense to collapse.
Now Dinwiddie. Pass to Harden. Over Caldwell Pope. Misses off the right iron.
More good work on the glass there. When it's all said and done, I think rebounding might tell the story in this game.
That one falls.
And we're seeing a little more of this from KCP, working that in-between area, trying to improve his efficiency.
Dinwiddie outside. Jordan against Gasol. Just 5 to shoot. Back to Dinwiddie. The Nets need to get a shot off here. No good from Jordan.
The defense is right there. Quality contest, and they threw him off his rhythm. The defense got lucky there. That's one you expect him to drain.
Harris with it. Now guarded by Caldwell Pope. Here's Durant. Goes up the baseline. Kept alive. No good from Jordan.
There is the value of great rim protection without fouling, forcing the miss.
Here's Caruso. Outside for Caldwell Pope. To the left wing. Here's Caruso. Guarded by KD. Great D that time from Durant.
So frustrating when you can't get anything to go down as you're trying to help your team finish the job.
You know, and with how deliberate he can be, Harden still can surprise defenders with that burst, that underrated vertical that he possesses.
Harden against Caldwell Pope. A wide open look here for Kuzma. A three-pointer off the mark. Brooklyn's gotten off to an 0-for-2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. And the dunk by Jordan.
And while his ability to score gets so much attention, Harden demonstrating why he's also regarded as an elite level passer.
Kuzma kicks to Caruso. That one, no good. Good D by Jordan. Harris inside, working on Gasol. Dinwiddie outside. The teardrop falls in. And it's a 5-point Nets lead.
Man, I'll tell you, when you get your floater game going, it's a tremendous weapon.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Timeout called the Lakers.
Let's see if Coach can get them back on the right track.
Because right now it feels like the pace is being dictated to them. They need to go back to playing their brand of basketball.
And now let's present our New Balance player of the game, Kevin Durant.
He's put on a shooting exhibition for us here tonight. He's missed a couple along the way, but it sure seems like everything's been falling for him. The only way to keep him from converting is to keep the ball out of his hands.
Kyrie Irving's checked in for Dinwiddie. And we've got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Thanks, guys. I was able to hear Frank Vogel talk to his team during the break. His emphasis was for more effort on the defensive end. He said we have to do a better job of communicating and helping each other out. They're getting too many easy looks. Let's make it hard on them. Kevin, they're going to have to if they're going to slow down the hot shooting of their opponent.
Thank you, David.
He keeps a low profile, but make no mistake, KD lives for the big shot.
Irving against Schroeder. Pass to Gasol. LeBron James on the wing. Caldwell Pope outside. Yes, it's James picking up the assist. Caldwell Pope's got 5 points in the quarter.
And how about the poise Caldwell Pope displayed on that possession? They needed an important basket, and he was ready and willing. And this is what great players do. Harden understanding how to deliver in a big moment.
tight ball game, who do you want at the charity stripe? This guy.
Lakers trailed by 5. LeBron left side. And the basket is good. James has got 15 points here in the second half.
When you need a big score, you want LeBron to at least touch the ball, and this is why.
Down low, here's Harden, and Harden with the stuff.
Oh, fantastic dunk. And he hangs around up there just for a little camera time.
Yeah, maybe he didn't want to land awkwardly. Who knows? But there he is, and we see it very clearly. Here's Davis. Yes, once again, he remains perfect. 6 attempts and 6 hits.
As the stakes start to rise throughout a game, your stars have to rise to the occasion. Big shot by Anthony Davis.
Fires the 3. Harden, no good.
Trying to shoot himself out of his slump, and it's not going well.
It's deflected. Stolen by Harden. And here we go. Brooklyn fast break. Irving leading the charge. 2 points. That one goes. And the Nets lead by 5.
A silky smooth playmaker. Irving on time and on point.
LeBron against Harris. It's stolen by Harris. Oh, and a fast break for the Nets. Harris has got the ball. Harden outside. Launches a 3. Shot clock reset for the Nets. From downtown, hits it from 3-point range. And now it's an 8-point Brooklyn lead.
And it's another James Harden special we're witnessing here tonight. I think this fella's got some game.
And that one's good. James.
The defender is left helpless to stop that. LeBron with too many tools in the toolbox and that killer instinct.
And Harden with the stop.
They're in total command of this game with time starting to run out.
Reason why they've tightened up the vice grip a little more each time up the floor. We'll see if they can close this one out.
And the Lakers call time here. They trail by 8. There's 47 seconds left in the fourth quarter. There's 47 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Harris looking it over. Fires for 3. And James pulls it down. And here's James. He'll bring it up for Los Angeles. Trailing here by 8. And they double up James. Here's Schroeder. And it's sent back by KD.
I'll tell you, if you're not looking out, KD will send your shot back. This just in. AD is not going to buckle up and fold. He's unafraid of the moment.
And so they foul intentionally. They've shared the load offensively.
And guys, they've put the defense on their heels. You can see right now they're trying to react, and that's what you want when you're in a rhythm offensively.
So he gets them both, and it's an 8-point game.
And the southpaw stroke of Harden is just beautiful to watch. When he's cooking, he's one of the more lethal scorers in our league.
Los Angeles calls timeout. They're down by 8. There's 18 seconds left in the game. Guys, your thoughts?
And I don't think they'll be able to climb out of this hole.
I just think they have to focus on the moment. Don't worry about the score. Worry about executing the next play.
And here's Korver. And so it's Brooklyn with the win. Some good moments throughout this one, but they had the clear advantage down the stretch.
Yeah, I mean, I love the way they executed on both ends of the floor, completely under control for the vast majority of the game. And whenever there was a misstep, they just didn't allow it to fester, and that's why they're going to walk away with the win.
And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thank you, Kevin. Kyrie, a top-tier matchup. I wonder if you circled this one on the calendar.
Every game is like that for us, especially going forward. We understand what we're trying to accomplish. The little things matter in the big picture, so we want to just come out and just have a consistency on both ends of the floor.
Well, it showed up tonight, man, with a big win, man. I appreciate your time. Kevin, back to you.
David, thank you as always. And that about wraps it up. For David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, and Steve Smith, and the rest of our terrific 2K Sports crew, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. So long, everyone.